Hi, I'm Alexander Hamilton, Federalist.
And I am Thomas Jefferson, Anti-Federalist.
Today we're going to be discussing the following topics.
National government and foreign policies.
Let's get started.
Alright. For I am supporting the Anti-Federalists, and we are against the national government. For it would corrupt the United States of America and would eventually get stronger and stronger, dominating the people, which is why we became independent, so the people have a say. It is a direct threat to democracy, individual rights, and liberties, which is what we have been fighting for. For it would betray the principles of the Revolutionary War and transform the democratic government. The national government is a tyrannical central government, and it would be as if we had one ruler and one ruler only.
Well, I think Jefferson makes a very good point. I think that with a strong central government, it will succeed the need for protecting rights, which will earn our trust of the people. We'll have a limited government through separation of powers, which will include 3 legislative branches: House of Representatives, Senate, and finally the President. This will completely abolish us living under one leader. Also, we will can include checks and balances.
Well, you make a very good point, Hamilton. These are very good qualities of the national government, but there is one big bad quality of the national government: the domination of it. For it would dominate the people and their rights and liberties, and which is what we have been fighting for.
Mr. Jefferson, like I said, with separation of powers, we're going to have, with the House of Representatives, it includes 300 to 400 people. With the Senate, it includes about 100 people. With the President, it includes 1 person. That together has a lot of people, not just one person that can be a tyrant. With the House of Representatives, there are different points. There's anti-federalists, there's federalists, so we're representing our whole community. There's not just going to be one view, and the leaders are going to stick to that one view. They're going to have debates and really, really figure out what is best for our community.
As I see your point, but I feel as if we have been down this road before, and no matter how you organize it, it will always come up to one ruler and one ruler only.
But we lived under the Britain ruler. Now it's America. Just America. This is a whole different country here. We're not living under a king. We're living under a couple hundred people. And the people are going to have a huge say in this government, and we're not going to be tyrant. We're going to be Democrat.
Yes, but I believe that we should take a different path, not follow what was happening with Britain. Take our own path, try something new. Maybe a smaller government, perhaps.
But see, small republics can abolish self-serving interests instead of working towards the common good for the entire community. You do want the common good, right? That's what we all want.
Yes, of course. That is what we are fighting for. But I believe that taking a different path would be more successful.
So remember, I want you to keep in mind, the only thing a government can take control of is defense, trade, and currency. But with a central government, that's the only way to get those to be as strong as they can. With a small republic, they're not going to be able to be as strong and powerful as in those 3 categories.
All right, let's move on to foreign policies. For us, anti-federalists are siding with the French. For the French have supported us through many hard and good times, and I believe that they will support us again.
Federalists, we support resolving our conflicts with Great Britain. We've gone through a lot of them. They've been our leaders, they've been our complete enemies, and we've had a lot of issues with them, and we favor closer ties with them. We don't want another war. We're not ready for another war. I promote the Jay Treaty between the U.S. and Great Britain because it'll defeat the conflict between the nations, and we'll gain another really, really powerful ally.
As I see your point, but I believe that we've had many issues with Britain that will never be resolved. And by becoming allies with them, those conflicts will come back and create war, even more chaos. But with the French, who have been by our side for quite a while now, we have a better chance with them.
I see what you mean, but also America's having problems with loyalty, which is moving on to our next topic, American neutrality, because President Washington wants us to keep out of European dispute to enhance the United States' domestic policy and keep the nation under a strong government. With American neutrality during wars, we can't be with we can't have different parts of America support different countries. The Northern merchants were pro-British. South planters wanted an alliance with France. Southwestern settlers offered military support to the French against the Spanish. President Washington issued the Proclamation of American Neutrality. This issued that the USA is a neutral zone during the wars between countries. I remember the British fired us back when they seized us with 250 American vessels because we were supporting the French. That forced some of us into service. It's causing conflict and more conflict between all of the countries. We need to be careful that we don't harm or seem two-faced with the other countries because they are our allies. But during wars, that's very serious. We can't be completely two-faced. That could cause war between us and the countries. They rely on us, but we gotta find we can't turn our backs on someone. But we can't be pro for this one because that's just unfair.
As I see your point, but I still believe that history will repeat with Britain. But with French, who have supported us through quite a lot, we might have more success with them, and they have more reassurance for us.
To vote on what your national government and your foreign policy want to be, call 1-800-NOW. And we'll see you next time. Good night, America!